That night, after the strange footsteps faded away, I tried to calm myself. Everything sank into silence. Yet the feeling of being watched never disappeared. The hallway light flickered, casting my shadow against the cold wall. And then, just for a brief moment, I saw a figure standing behind the curtain of the apartment next door. Still, just quietly, watching me. I pulled my curtain shut, trying not to think about it. But that night, sleep came slower than ever. Every little sound, the wind, the dripping water, even the ticking clock, felt different. Then around midnight, a sound echoed through the silence. Click, like someone opening a door in the hallway. I peeked through the peephole. Nothing. The corridor was empty, only the dim glow of the security light, and a pair of shoes sitting right in front of my door. The same shoes I'd seen a few nights before. I looked around. No one. For some reason, I bent down, reaching for the shoes. Right then, a soft laughter came from behind the neighbor's door. Cold chills ran down my spine. That laugh wasn't human. It stretched, distorted, echoing from somewhere far away. I stumbled back, heart pounding. The door next to mine creaked open, just slightly, as if inviting someone to step inside. I held my breath. From the darkness behind that door, two eyes appeared, gleaming, staring straight at me. Only for a few seconds. But I knew. The neighbor had seen me watching, and from that moment on, nothing would ever be the same again. Since that night, I never saw my neighbor again. But those eyes, they were still burned into my mind. Every time I walked past the door, I could feel someone watching me, from the other side of the wall. A terrifying silence covered the entire hallway. The apartment next door was always shut tight. No sounds, no lights, as if no one had ever lived there at all. A week passed, and then I began to hear the knocking. At first, it was faint, like fingernails tapping on the wall. 3 knocks, then silence. I thought it was the pipes, or maybe someone doing repairs. But every night, exactly at 2 a.m., the sound returned. 3 knocks, steady and cold. I started timing the intervals between them, perfectly spaced. It couldn't be random. One night, I knocked back 3 times as a joke. A few seconds later, from the other side of the wall, came 3 knocks in reply. Slow. Heavy. I froze. Outside, the wind howled down the corridor, carrying a faint whistling echo. The next night, I decided to try something reckless. I set up my phone to record, pointing it toward the wall where the sound came from. When the knocking began again, I stayed still, silent. The next morning, I played the video back. In the dim light at the 37th second, a hand appeared from the other side of the wall, pressing gently against it. No sound. Just a touch, but it left a mark. I looked at the real wall, and there it was, a dark, smudged handprint like something burned into the paint. That night, I couldn't sleep. The knocking was gone, but in its place came a dragging sound, something heavy, scraping slowly down the hallway, stopping right outside my door. Then silence. A moment later, a quiet breath, very close, right behind the door. I crept closer, heart pounding. Through the thin strip of light under the door, I saw a shadow. Someone was standing there, not moving, just waiting. My hand trembled as I reached for the doorknob, but stopped. A message popped up on my phone. Don't open the door. I'm outside. The sender was my neighbor. I stepped back, eyes fixed on the door. Then came the knocking again, but this time it was coming from inside my apartment. 3 knocks, clear, cold. That's when I realized the one behind the door was never really my neighbor. Or maybe he once was, but not anymore.